Good morning, beautiful people. Top priority today is to get this filter up working. Now, last night it was all leaking. So I had to go into the shed, break out some CT1. It's for the window and that little pond, which I didn't want to do, so I haven't got that much of it. So that holds. And just basically slap on absolutely loads, take off the silicone, it wasn't working. I should never have bought that clear stuff. As soon as I didn't have that, I should have gone somewhere else to get some. Anyway, top priority, get this going. Start getting this clarity sorted out because we're starting to go a little bit cloudy. And then excuse me, we're trying to do as much to the main pond as we can to get these bigger fish back out, back into their proper home. And also last night we had one of the small ones that came out of the tank. He started floating upside down. He was still breathing, so I fished him out and we popped him back into the tank. Oh, Jesus Christ, I tripped over the hose pipe. So yeah, we put him in and he was floating upside down and he was getting stuck as the water pushed him around. And as you can see this morning, he's now sort of half okay. So what I did is I dropped a couple of teaspoons of salt in. It's the only thing I could think of, because I didn't really know what was wrong with him. There's nothing physically wrong with him. I could see it's obviously just the stress of being shoved out there with all them bigger fish. So he seems to be doing okay. But now, hang on, I've got a phone call. Oh, where was I? So, yeah, some people, you phone them, you answer the phone, they say nothing, and you phone them back and they don't bloody answer. So, I don't know, some people. So, yeah, where was I? Yeah, we put this guy in the tank. Expecting to find him this morning, dead. He's a bit more chipper. So, he obviously just didn't like going out there. Well, as you know, let's go sort that filter out so we can finish off the homecoming video and get that one out to you. And then we'll start a new video. So, catch you in a bit, people. So, I've been sitting here looking at this goddamn mess. Trying to get my head over how we can get it sorted. Hate cleaning the pond. Already done it once this year. Was not expecting to have to do it again. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plants out, all them nasty bricks, all the rocks are coming out, and the three at the bottom are going to be an absolute nightmare. Because they are killers. I can barely lift them. There's one that I can hardly lift, and last time I tried it, we dropped one through the line up. So take real care getting those out. I was watching the fish. So the other thing I've been thinking of, because I've had to put that fish back in the tank, I was going to nick the UV from that and put it into that filter. So that filter doesn't have a UV. I can't take the one from the little pond because I want to build that. Can't take the one from here So I'll probably have to go and get one. More bloody money. Skint as it is, coming back off holiday. And so, yeah. To come back to all of this drama. I need another holiday after this. I'm too scared to go on one. Oh dear. Right then, break over. We'll get started. So, I've been messing around with the phone and I found this little mode where I can use the front camera and the back camera at the same time. So you can see the fish and you can also see me until I get a tripod. It's pretty cool, brand new phone, still working it out, but that's pretty smart. Well, hello beautiful people, as you can see we are at a change of scenery. So we've just nipped over to New Forest Quay and we have come here primarily for some salt. Also, I found something on holiday. It just made me think of Mr. Vincent. So we got him a little gift while he was on holiday. I think he'll get it. But I am here mainly for salt. Don't even think he's actually here today, but it's now starting to rain. But then we'll go in, we'll have a look at the fish. And yeah, basically I'm here for salt before I can fill up the pond. This is the main pond outside. Some lovely shearers. Some slightly smaller ones in there. Normally, decent big ones in it. Jackie. Similar egg ones. Nice Sakura there. That's what I've come to look at as well. If I've got a replacement, I can get a replacement for the one that we lost. It's not a top priority at the moment though. Get the pond sorted. But yeah. What is that? Yeah, that's a Kawabaki. Different. I also lost me Matsukawabaki, I think, as well. So, yeah. Let's see. See what we've got. Not got a lot of cash there at the moment. And the priority is the pond build. And then we can look at replacing stock. He's nice. Kurashi. Yeah, slightly smaller. Shiro there. And normally, look, big ones like that. Right, so I'm going to go and have a look around. Pretty much, most people are seen inside New Forest. If I see anything special, I should get the camera out again. And if I get to chat to Mr. Vincent, then I'll get the camera out again. Otherwise, it's going to get me salt. So, catch you in a bit, guys. Well, everything cleaned out. It's now 5:15, and I was checking the pump patch, and it's come off. checked it. It's a little bit loose at the bottom, and it's literally just peeled off in my hands. So it's past 4 o'clock, so I can't go to Southern Aquatics and get a patch. I'll have to wait till tomorrow, and I'm not sure whether to put the rocks back in or not. I'm sounding pretty disappointed when I wasn't going to put them back in. I think. See, I'm not sure. They give them so much more space. But then again, doesn't give the fish any cover. But the cover is the grid on the top. I don't know. That patch has really annoyed me. A hole's in the most awkward place. Right on the side. Right in all the creases. That is from when I dropped the big rock for it. It's alright. I was trying to get it up here. Where these ones sit. And I kind of tripped. Had it dropped. I had to move my feet out of the way pretty quick. And I think it was this one here. And the point of it went straight through the liner. So they are a hazard. I mean, if I do ever need to replace the liner, it's going to be near enough impossible. It's going to be impossible to do it without taking all the top off, which is going to cost a load of money. Then you got to try and put every rock back in its right position, which ain't never going to happen. Oh, I wish I could afford fiberglass and I'd just cut the liner out. Skim all the wool. Fiberglass it. And then possibly change how that goes out. Change my pipe work. Because it wouldn't be too difficult just to take up a few of these rocks here and not proper pipe work through and put the rocks back together. Yeah. There we go. It would probably mean I'd have to skim over this and make it all level and lose the effect of just having the water against the rocks. Do I put all that crap back in or not? I've got to sort that pond patch out, so I can't fill it up until tomorrow. At least tomorrow. I'll patch it as soon as possible in the morning. Give it the day to dry. So the latest would be in the evening time. This line that just does my head in, that fucking cowboy motherfuckers. Every time I have to see it, pisses me off. Look at that. It's just fucking. Mate, could you not see it was like that? Just. Terrible. I'd like to add a proper bloody shelf. It should be another 6 inches, literally. All comes there. Straight down. Yeah, I'd love to have the money to fiberglass it, because it does pee me off. Or even just concrete and liquid black. MS300 like liquid liner. But that would also cost an absolute fortune. 10 quid a tube, 1 square metre. I would say you're going to need at least 50 square metres worth. So, 50 tubes of the shit at a 10 tube. And that's just one coat. You probably have to put two layers on it. Well. Alright. So, yeah, let's just put. Means I've got to make that Jenga up again. Having them rocks are so heavy. Alright. Get it all in the right place. That'll have to wait till tomorrow. I can't do it there because if I put all the rocks there, I won't be able to get to patch that. To get in there, I'll have to put something over that in case it rains. A tub or pot or something. I'll do. I put that over it. It's gonna stop it not getting wet. Something to cover the hole. I really didn't want all these scruffy off cuts of liner in again either. Just makes my pond look nasty. There. Voila. Actually, no, because I was just going to get that bed up and then got a possibility of the water if it rains seeping underneath, but it's better than nothing. It's like an umbrella, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know what to do. Leave it till tomorrow. Give myself a bit of thinking space. I do like it. I do like the look of it when it's got the island and the fish can swim in and out, and they got the reeds around the edge like a normal, like a naturalish pond. But I'll have to see. See what tomorrow brings. So we got back from the forest earlier. Got me salt. Unfortunately, Mr. Vincent wasn't there. So I like to give him his little gifty personally. Yeah, couldn't also get a UV for that, but I did have a brainwave. What I'll do is I will take the UV out of the tank, because the little canister has its own UV It's really, really terrible UV, but it'll be enough for that tank, hopefully. I don't know if you can see that very well. That's the new patch on. Yeah, I made a little bit of a mess, but it's better to put more on and be messy than not put enough on and be sorry. So we've changed the position of the patch slightly, because I found there was a couple of other areas that liner just starting to wear through. And this liner now is about 12, 13 years old. Yeah, 12 years old. So, yeah. The original hole, I've put a little bit of CT1 in it. A couple of little dollops on the weaker areas. Then we've gone with a bead around the hole and the weak areas. And a big inner bead and a smaller bead about 5mm from the inside of the patch underneath. And then we've gone right round the edge and over the top. Let's see what I do. So you're looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, about 5 layers of CT1 before we get to the actual hole. And that's because it's right at the bottom of the pond. And if it leaked, then I would need to drain every drip of water out to redo it. So, wait for that to dry. Last night, I stole the UV out of the fish tank and popped it in the barrel over there. And already, it seems to be making a bit of a difference. And I don't think I'm going to stop it going entirely green because it's only a 9 watt UV, but I was expecting to not be able to see my fish today, but we can. So, once the pond's filled up, that can go out, that can go back in, because that will be the main reason that we're going green. So, these guys are doing okay. We've got the salt for the main pond. I've also gone out and got some blanket weed preventer, which I might throw a little bit in here just to see if I can clear it up a bit more. But yeah, so fresh pond, fresh start. And after I've got everything back in, just clean the UV out, get the fish back in, get it all working again. Well, good morning, beautiful people, on this rather murky Friday. And today, I was going to hopefully get the fish back in. I want to get back in, get all them rocks cleared off, get the filter cleaned out, and have the pond back working. Now, last night, when the water went off, I am pretty sure that it was level with the top of the liner. And as you can see this morning, it's not level, so we have put a piece of tape. Now, I couldn't get it close to the water line, and with the wind around, it is moving it a little bit. What I want to do is see if that water gets further from that piece of tape. I didn't get it quite level, so when you're stretching over, I'm trying to do it just to give me a little bit of an indicator of whether the flipping pond's leaking. If it is leaking, then you're going to have to check the patch. I really don't want to have to pull all the water out. Like I say, I wanted to get done today, and then we can focus on what we're supposed to be doing, which is the little pond. Right. There's a few more leaves floating around in the top. Just skim them off in a minute. But yeah, if you have a look in here, I can't go outside because I've not got any shoes on at the moment. Hey guys, and it's starting to green up quite a bit. Now I did put in some preventer just to stop it going any greener, but it doesn't seem like it's doing its job. So alright, let's get up, let's get dressed. And you can see a little way down, I suppose. Let's figure out. I'm gonna have to wait. It's what, 9:30 now. I have to wait a few hours because if it has dropped, it's dropped about 2 inches in about 9-10 hours. So I'm gonna have to wait for most of the flipping day, and I will see if that gap between the tape and the water line is any bigger. So I'm gonna get up, get dressed, and then I'll catch you in a bit. Well, I'll have to take a couple of hours, and as you can quite clearly see, that is not what we wanted to see. Quite clearly, it's gone down. So, gonna have to get in there. It's gonna be no waders because I'll have to be on my hands and knees and see what we can do about it. So, yeah, the liquid back is supposed to seal underwater. So if I can do it without taking the water out, I did find yesterday a spare can of liquid black, which I was looking for the other day and couldn't find. So we've got that. And I'm a little bit worried now because I've got CT1 for the window, and that patch was done with CT1. Hopefully it's just where there's that, what do you call it, that crease that I can't get out. Hopefully it's just that has caused the patch to not bond properly. There you can see it's starting to rain. I'm in a t-shirt and I'm a bit shivery, so this is gonna be cold. I have to dig out my swimming shorts and take a dip. I preferred it to be a sunny day. But we can't have everything. And then I just got to try and check the rest of the line up. I did check it yesterday. Let's see if we've got any other holes. Not a great start to the day. Right, catch it a bit. Talk about frustration. This one is the dead one, but liquid black inside it, still running. This one is a full one that I found, but now I reckon that this, get the price on it, $11.99, and then yep, expiry date 06/22. So that can that I found is actually most probably what I used to put the original patch on. So where the other can is that I knew I had, I don't know. So don't have any left at Southern Aquatics. So it looks like I'm going to have to go all the way across to Bleeding Maidenhead Aquatics. And the price of it there is about 20 quid. So, let me check this CT1 a second and see if it does go underwater. Alright, CT1 can be applied on wet surfaces even underwater. Seals virtually anything. That hasn't sealed me pond. Do I trust it? I think I've got to try and trust it, because if I don't, it doesn't do it. I've got to use it on that. Do I trust it for that? I've never used CT1 before. That was my first time. So now I've got experience. So that's either a trip to Christchurch. It's bloody ages to get to Christchurch. Or stay here and use what we've got. Take that leaf out. Yeah. Oh, that's going to be cold. Probably about 15, 16 degrees. Alright then. I think I'll stay here and try and use that, because I've got to be certain it bonds. Alright. Let's get my shorts on. Get in the pond. Sun's coming out a little bit. Can start to feel the warmth coming through the clouds. So hopefully that'll help me a little bit. Well, I'm in the pond, as you can see. It's bloody freezing. Alright, somehow I've got to get down there, get the rest of my body in, and check out this patch. What I could do with is an underwater camera. I don't have. Oh, it's absolutely Baltic. Right. Right, before I get hypothermia, let's check out this patch. I'm not going to be able to film it, I don't think, because I'm going to be too deep in the water. So, I'll put you guys down and come back to you when I've got something to show you. So that was pretty tricky. I can zoom in. I don't know if you can see that. I can barely see the screen, so anyway, here's the patch. Somewhere. Yeah, I don't think you're going to be able to think that's the patch there. When I squared it in, it kind of acted differently to what it would do in air. It didn't even stick. So, having nothing on me, I had to use my fingers and basically smear it round as best I can. Most of it came off with my fingers, so I had to keep going and going and going until I got enough. We've put another piece of tape which is kind of at the water level. It's still rippling from when I got out of it. Absolutely freezing. I cannot feel my nether regions. That was gold. Please don't let me have to do that again. So yeah, haven't been able to check the line up, see if there's any other leaks. Yeah, it's a bit rough and ready in places, and I've basically smeared loads in where the two creases are. Oh, no, you're not going to be able to see, but yeah, where the two creases are, where the patch comes either side, I basically plugged that with a big dollop of CT1. And let's hope that line doesn't go down. Obviously it's gone down a little bit because it was, I put the tape on. Oops, you can't even see the tape. Not looking at what I'm looking at. I'm not looking at the camera. Yeah, so down a little tiny touch. That's obviously, and I've got out of the pond. And the water level's gone down slightly, but it's nowhere near as far away as that one. So we'll now check. Wait another couple of hours and see if the gap has grown. And if it's grown, and I suppose all that flipping water is going to have to come out. Dad's not going to be happy because he pays the water bill. I will have to help him out. So, yeah, back to the waiting game. And I still can't clean my filter. I still can't get the fish in. And I still can't crack on with what I really want to do. And I'm getting so frustrated now. Excuse me. So frustrated. There we go. Waiting game. It's going to dry off. Let's go and warm up. Get my clothes back on. And I don't have to take them back off again. Oh dear. This pond keeping malarkey. It's hit me hard this year. I had a really good year last year. No losses. Nothing. Of course, this year, when I decided to try and up my game, everything gets thrown at me. But never mind. I'll try and get over it. And get to where we want in this hobby. So, and now, catch you in a bit. Well, just got back. And I'm glad I picked up some liquid black. As you can see, we haven't cured the leak. So, it's raining pretty bad. It's most likely going to have to wait till tomorrow. Means I've got to drink all the fecking water out. I suppose what I could do is run it through the Easy Pod, clean that out at the same time, ditch this water, and we'll see what it's like in the morning. So I'm not going to get anything done today. Didn't need that. Didn't need that at all. And we'll see how badly it's gone down. Find the leak. Find the leak. There's no way I can see on the outside because we have a wall. Can't get round the back of the liner. Can't get the liner out. It's just one flaw I didn't think about when I originally got the pond built. What would happen if I needed to get the liner out? Ideally, I would like to rip it out and go with fiberglass. There we go. Hindsight's a wonderful thing until it's annoying you. Right, well, I'm getting kind of soaked, so I'm going to go indoors. Let's just clear up a few things. Don't get rusty. There's a screwdriver there, some scissors. Put that indoors as well. Oh dear. Never rains, but it pours. And we're at a Saturday morning. And as you can see, overnight, if you go out of it, that's how much the water level's dropped. So, they haven't cured the leak. So, the only thing left to do is drain the water out. And then try and find it. So, that has been 2 days now. And it's dropped, what, 6-8 inches? So it's probably about 2.5 foot deep. So that's another week of letting it naturally drain away. Now, I haven't got a week to wait around. So, yeah, draining it out is the only option. Now I'll take the round over here. Yes, what I plan to do is, that water's nice. This water is now green and manky. So if I can get the water out of here, most of it, because obviously can't get all of it out, because of the fish, and then drain the pond into here. Problem with that is pumps and pipe. I think will be an issue. So yeah, drain the water out of here somewhere. More than likely I'll have to just go on the gravel and soak away, and then get the water out of here, leave it to dry for a bit, get all the plants and rocks back out. I'm so glad I didn't put all the rocks in, and I'm so glad I didn't put 30 quid's worth of salt into the pond, which I normally do when I fill it up. Why I didn't this time, it's a mystery. So yeah, we'll have to have a look at that patch down there. You can't see it because of the glare, but obviously I didn't fix it last night, or there's somewhere else, all I can think of. So we're going to have to get all the water out, go around on my hands and knees, and find the leak. And hopefully fill up today, or tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow I think would be the best idea. Fill back up tomorrow. Let's get it all out today. It drained off, dried out, fix the leak, find and fix the leak, and then leave it today to dry. The weather's not going to be great tomorrow, and overnight it's supposed to be rain, so Let's find that leak. So, crack on and come back to you when I've found the leak. Alright then, stage 1 complete. Got the water out of here, got the fresh water back in. Yeah, doesn't look much clearer, but there we go. Over here, we have stuck another sticker on. One of them leaves and that's got to come out. So I am going to get some lunch, and hopefully when I get back from lunch, that little sticker over there, do a masking tape, should be at the same level. If not, we know the leak's further down. So, still can't see that patch very well. It's there, just there. See if I can change the light angle. That's better. There you go. There's my bodge of a patch. Like I say, I had to get in on my hands and knees yesterday. Freezing cold water. I'm starting to lose the feeling in my nether regions. And it was quite difficult because it was just sticking to my finger as I was trying to smear it around. So I have to have a look at that. Try and get that fucking crease out. I don't think it's going to be possible. It's been creased for like that for like 12 years. So let's go and get some lunch and hope that there's no water come out of the pond. It's going to save me a bit of water, hopefully, if the leak's above. It's a different place. If not, we'll have to go in, get the rest of the water out, got it set up ready to go, and then investigate the patch, get those bleeding rocks back out again, and then go on my hands and knees around every square bleeding inch and see if I can spot any more holes. I think if there's going to be any more, they're going to be near where that patch is, because that is where I dropped the rock. Other than that, I don't know. And if it still bloody leaks, then we are completely up shit creek. I don't know what to do. Can't have a new liner. Fiberglass. Absolutely knackered. Well, anyway, let's get something to eat. Catch you in a bit. So we've had about an hour for lunch now. We haven't moved. I am going to give it a little bit longer, but I think I have found the leak. If we come down here, oh, I go under this crease. Where are we? There. Bang. So that is a definite hole. Whether there's any more or not. Oh, excuse me while I get up, because I'm hanging over the edge of the pond. Oh dear. So yeah, I'm going to leave it a little bit longer before I refill it back up. I'm going to sort that patch out. Going to get in there with the waders on because it's too deep for the wellies still. And we're going to go around and look at all them creases and the entire rest of the liner, because that's the only bit I've looked at right now. I spotted something from the other side that was on that side of the liner. I can't see it now. Whether it was just, was that it there? Let me see. I can zoom in. Right in the centre of the screen, you'll see a slightly white patch with a very dark bit in the middle, just below the crease of the liner where the liner was joined at the factory. Bang in the middle of the screen. So, that's a possibility. Now I'm going to go around and check all the others. Check all that seam. Hopefully that's the only issue we've got. And if by, what time are we now? We are 1:30. Let's call it 3:30. It hasn't gone down anymore once I've fixed the patch. I've got a bit of patch and I've got some liquid black, so brand new. So we'll fix that one up. Get the waders on, which I absolutely hate because they're really hard. And we'll jump in. Got my waders on. We're in the pond. And I'm going to show you my way of doing a patch. I'm not going to say it's the way, but it's my way and I've never had any issues. There you go, tiny little hole. Alright, so the first thing we've got to do is clean all this surface. So, let me put you on pause because I can't video at the same time. And then I'll show you what I mean. So there you go, one dirty tissue, one clean area. And now what we've got to do is dry that off, and then I'll show you how to apply the patch. Right, so that's the patch dried off. There we are. And all I've used, start with one big white, a bit of wet kitchen roll, and a bit of dry kitchen roll. Right, don't want that blowing around. So now, come to the patch. Now my tip is to buy the larger patch. The smaller patch will cost you about £5. The large one is about £8. It's not even a tenner. So you get one. I've already had one out of there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 out of 8 decent sized patches. And if it is a bit bigger, then I would get, say it was a quarter, like the big one down the bottom, I would get 4 out of it. So for a couple of quid extra, you get a lot more patches and a lot more longer life. So each patch, that one down there, has lasted 4 or 5 years. So yeah. Right then, so the next thing to do is to measure enough patch. Now always give yourself enough patch. So I reckon, oh, it's going to be too difficult. I'll have to put the camera off. Sorry guys. Alright, so that's my patch. Alright, and you're probably thinking, it's a tiny little hole, why such a massive patch? Well, that's because I want 1, 2, 3, 4 beads around it. That's going to hold it. I know that. That tiny little hole, always go massively oversized because you want a little bit of a gap between each bead. So it's a bit windy. I'm going to cut the patch into shape now. Cut it to like an oval size. So that's the next thing to do. So that's my patch. As you can see, done it by hand, so it's not going to be completely level, but we took all the sharp corners off, making them round. And that's going to stop it peeling or something catching that corner and peeling it off. So now the next thing to do is to start applying liquid black. And that's our first bead, just around the inside of the edge. Nice thick bead. And now we're going to do another one about 2 cm on the inside of that. So I've not got the steadiest hand, we've gone a little bit close on this side, but that's about the gap you want. And then we're going to do another one, smaller, in the middle. Okay, now the last task, you got a big bead, big blob, right over the hole. Unfortunately, this wind's causing me nightmares, and it's just blown the liquid black off onto what I'm doing. I don't think it is going to affect it, and this wind's picking up, so I want to get this patch on. Right. So you guys are going to have a lot better time than me, because you won't have the issue of this stupid crease. The fact that the liner doesn't touch the bleeding wall, so all I've done is just very gently press the outside bead so that you're just about to start to see it. And push it all the way out. You're just starting to see it. And then what I'm going to do is, it's going to be a right nightmare getting in there, is run another bead around the outside. I haven't touched this inside bit yet. And that is going to be done with the water pressure. That's going to seal that flat when that water pressure comes up. It takes about 3 days for this to fully cure. And it cures underwater, so what a nightmare trying to do this one-handed with a bleeding flap. It's like, yeah, if you guys ever get a hole in your liner, I wish it on you, but you should have a better job, a better time than me, because you would have had a cowboy put your fucking liner in. So yeah, just pressing that. And the next job is to run another bead. But first of all, I'll clean off that tube. So put you down. Okay, so what I did, so I went round the outside, trying not to touch the patch at all, and we put a bead right there around it, and then we done another bead that was touching the patch on the inside, right away around it. So it's 2 beads on the outside, and then using my finger, because it's the best thing to use, go start on the outside bead, press that to the line up, go all the way around, which was quite difficult on the inside, and then on the inside bead, press that into the first bead, and that should make a nice decent seal. Now it will stick to your finger, look. So big wipes. Thank you, Jamie, from Keeping It Coy, for suggesting these, because in the past you've had to use soap, Swarfiga, scrubbing brush, and it's an absolute nightmare. Yeah, your finger is the best thing. Don't try and use a little trowel or anything, because your finger is soft. So I'll leave that to cure for the rest of the day, and we're going to go around the rest of this line up and see if we can find any more holes, if that's just the one culprit. Well, I believe the CT1 there has done its job. So our initial suspect has turned out not to be the criminal. You've actually got a second bleeding hole. So I'll move across. Next thing to do, especially those creases there, and if there's a hole in there, I'm going to be peed off. All these little creases. And actually, when I was thinking about it, I've actually found a solution for what possibly might be. What the hell is that? Oh, it's nothing. I thought it was another hole. Right. Anyway, we'll start around here. We'll go around that way. And then we'll stop, get to where the hole is, and we'll get back round the other way. Some creases go this way. Some creases go the other way. So yeah, I was talking about if I have to put a new liner in. Possibly what I could do is cut this liner out, and then the new liner actually come over the top here, get it all pretty skimmed off and insulated properly, and possibly, and all I've got to do is put a new top on. Now it will look like it's got two tops on it, which will probably look a bit stupid, but as if I go to a relining, that could be a solution. Fill this in, take that out, fill it all in, and then I'll have to have pipework that goes over the wall for like 6 inches. Cover it up with some rocks. It's not ideal, but it's a solution. I could also, once I've got this out, this is just dirt underneath me, that's cement. So I could possibly dig out a bit more and go a bit deeper. Possibly. Or I could even come up another layer in the wall, but it's all ifs, ands and buts at the moment. So if I get my own place with the missus, it's going to be irrelevant. So, alright then. Next job, clean all these crappy leaves out. Fed up with them. Damn wind. Alright then, and then we will go and look for more holes. Yeah, well, all that's left to do is wait. Wait to see if that leaks anymore. Wait till that for drying. I didn't find any other holes. Not saying there aren't any, but I couldn't see any, and I was in there for a good half an hour. Slowly going around inspecting every bit, lifting every crease. Checked all of that. The seam. There's another seam over the other side. I checked that one as well. I think there's another bit of seam that comes around here. Yeah, there is. Let me check that one. And I found nothing. So yeah, right. Well, that's my way of patching a liner. So you've got the outside, which is to this liner, and then it's pressed in flat to make a nice seal right the way around it and over the patch. And then the patch is still just placed over. It's not touching really. And then you've got 1, 2, 3, and then a blob in the middle. So 5 layers for the water to get through before it leaks. That's the way I've always done a patch, and I've never had an issue up until this issue, which turns out not to be the patch that I did. So kind of proves the point. And it wasn't that patch, even though it's over a crease and it still works. So we will sit here for a little bit. There's no water going to go in it today, so over the day we'll observe it, make sure it hasn't gone down. Because the only ones I didn't check is any other holes under the waterline. So we found that one. How that's got a hole in it there, I don't know. Right under that crease. Yeah, baffled how it got a hole in there. Really don't know. Really don't know. But there we go. See my liner? No, it has 2 holes in it at least. Yeah. It's over 12 years old now, so gotta start thinking about if it ever needs replacing. But I think that's quite a good idea. The only issue I'm gonna have is where the waterfall used to be. And that plant just come out. That's the only issue that might be arising. I have to take that out, which means taking this apart, which is a big job, but not as big as taking the entire bloody top off. Right. We'll have to see what the future brings. Hopefully I'll have my own place by then and it won't matter. Because I don't want to stay in Bournemouth. Hate the damn place. Ah, listen to the nice seagulls. Bloody things shit all over your cars. It's just not a nice place. So if you're thinking about moving down to Bournemouth and retiring, don't do it. It's dog eat dog down there. And they ain't the biggest dog by a long way. And that ain't my mentality anyway. Hey. Yep, all we gotta do now is sit and wait. It's alright. It's 8:30. Sunday morning. Hello, beautiful people. And we have just literally switched the water on to fill the pond up. There's a few bloody leaves again. Get them out once it's full. I'm going to first go to just above the patch because I haven't been able to check it properly because it's stuck part of it to that flat. So I haven't bothered pulling it apart, so I don't want to pull the patch off. So check it with the water level. Hasn't gone down overnight. These guys gone back green again, but there we go. No point putting any green away in it unless it gets really bad. Suppose you're doing alright. Near that. I'll tell you one fish that has flown since I've got it, and that is my little saccharine Cock-a-leekie. I just see he has got massive. It's a shame he's only a 1 step. Yeah, nice big body on it. Where's he gone? Oh, I see him right there. But these guys have just had a feed. And they've completely munched all of it. That's why they're still searching for food. There's my original New Forest Cock-a-leekie, which is a beautiful fish apart from that shimmy. Never mind. Won't go away, so. What else we got? Yep, seems to be doing alright. Jobs for today: let the pond fill up to the patch, check the patch, and leave it a couple of hours, and then put the rest of the water in, leave it a few more hours so it's full, and then once we're convinced we've got no leaks, we'll bang some salt in. I'll clean the filter out along the way somewhere. There he is. Just about see him. Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, we'll put some salt in. We'll clean the filter out along the way. Gonna have to do it the ancient old-fashioned way, which is to use the buckets, because I couldn't get that pipe to fit back on the very pump last night. So what I've done is I took the old bit of pipe that had been cut from the actual pond and spliced them together. So now I've got no pipe to run through and get to the drain. It does look weird without no bloody plants in it, rocks and stuff. We'll put these over the back there somewhere and keep them. I'll keep saying I should get rid of them, but I'm going to keep them, because if I don't like it, I can always go back in. So yeah, not really much more to say and do this morning. So hope you don't piddle it down the rain. The pond cover got left off last night. We've had a little bit of rain this morning, so I've just clambered around the back of that, get that bleeding tarpaulin over. Got a little bit of wetness in the little pond, which I'm thoroughly annoyed about. If it does brighten up, then I shall open up the tarp, let the sun get in and dry it. The quicker it gets dried out, the better. Don't want it warping all the wood. Well, yeah, not much to report this morning. So, catch you in a bit. Just started cleaning the filter out, and look at the amount of K1 that's come out from the pipe from the UV to the Easy Pod. Now that shouldn't have happened because I've got sculpted layers on. So, must have been Brian's bright idea to take one of them off and put the pipe into here, and it's led to it going into the outside and going back down the system when the pump's been switched off. So that's why the pump wasn't working, because it was all jammed up with K1. And this water absolutely reeks. Oh, absolutely reeks. Like a festival toilet. Still got all that crap to clean out. Let the water, let's go back in the pond, clean it up. The patch held as we knew it would. So the other good news is the CT1 patch has also held. So my fear about the CT1 not working, yeah, a little premature though. Still getting loads of bloody leaves going in the pond. I'm fishing these out every 5 minutes. We will get that sorted after I've done this filter. Get the filter ready. Can't use the jack washer yet because I've got that over there running. So next job, get this cleaned out. Got the crap cleaned out. The pipe work put back together properly. We've checked the UV, there was no K1 in there. We checked the pump into the bucket, there was no K1 in there. All the K1 was in this pipe. And I've flushed it out. Let's flush it again actually. Let's flush it again. Working brilliant. That's working properly. Right. So. Oh fuck. Never mind. Valve won't shut. Right, shut off the valve. Oh god. Wish I had a bigger filter house, I really do. That's the end of a long day. It's taking me all afternoon to clean that filter out. It was absolutely heaving. Every time I thought I'd done it, a load more K1 came out of it. We've got it all out. It's been through about 4 or 5 boils and quite a few fill ups and just drain outs. So we've got some salt in the pond, we've got some clay in the pond, we've also got some blanket weed preventer in the pond. Now tomorrow's task, because I can't be bothered right now, is to put all them bricks. I'm going to use them bricks and them slabs on the filtration system for the grow on pond. And all the rocks I'm going to store by the side of the shed in case I need them again. So finally got that on. So tomorrow get rid of all of them, get rid of all the plants, clean up, tidy up, and then we can finally have a look at the little pond, get that sorted, because I'm now a week behind schedule. There's no fish in the main pond at the moment, they're all still in the pool. That's got a bit of clay in it as well. It's had a little bit of blanket weed preventer. I think what I'm going to do is get some green away and treat that. Get it cleared up so I can then catch the fish. Be able to see them, catch them, and then get them moved over. All I want is the big ones like this guy. The guy behind him. Big yellow. And get the big ones out. If I can't catch the tench or the orf, they can stay in there for the time being. Until we're ready to put the grow on pond fish in the grow on. Right, this is going to come out as well. So while we wait for that to clear, and I'll get some stuff to clear this tomorrow. Get all them rocks sorted out, and then start getting things moving. Because I am a whole week behind schedule. Another week. Finally, we're getting there. So I'll get everything tidied up now that wants to go in, like that net and that net, and a few other bits and bobs, and then have a chill out. So be possibly the end of the video, which I desperately need to cut down. And so we're looking alright. Patch is holding up. So let's get tidied up and have a chill out. Get a nice early night. Up early like we were today. And get sorted out. So I'll catch you tomorrow, guys.